and welcome to episode 54.
Is that what it is?
Or is it 53?
I think it's
53.
I think it's 53.
53.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 53 of the OTG podcast.
Yeah. Faded in. And if you're watching the video version, you'll see we're short one. Freaking,
yeah, Daryl could not make it to this
freaking
episode.
work.
On the day where I come, he can make it.
Yeah.
I think he's dodging you, man.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knew Kevin was coming.
But we don't have one, but we do have a new guest on the podcast.
Yeah. What's up, Kev?
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Been waiting a long time to get Kev on the podcast.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while, and then I just forgot, to be honest with you.
Oh, gotcha.
And but yeah, we got him here now. Kevin's been, how long you been training at the gym now? It's been a while, over a year.
Almost 2 years. Almost.
Yeah.
If
Wow.
When we reach May, because May is the date when Nikki left.
Okay.
That's when I started replacing Nikki.
Yeah.
So in May, it should be my second year.
Wow. Yeah. I should know this. I should know this.
Damn, man. 2 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time already. Yeah.
I guess we can just go right into the intro,
for sure.
right?
Yeah, I'm so used to having Daryl, like doing the intro and kind of getting it going. It's kind of weird. Yeah. It was the first time without him.
Yeah, man. And so, Kevin, who are you? Where are you from? How long you been training? And what do you do now?
Well, let me introduce myself again. So my name's Kevin. I was born and raised in Germany. So I moved here 7 years ago from Germany to United States. And yeah.
Why'd you move over here? I know we've talked about this a little bit, but I might not know everything.
Yeah. What brought you to the States over Germany?
I guess when I grew up in Germany, I just really don't know what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And one day my mom, she just came up to me and said like, "Hey, Kevin, you can move to the United States. I got the green card for us." And it's like, oh.
She just kind of surprised you with it?
Yeah, she surprised me. It's like, yeah, Kevin, would you want to go to United States? You want to move there or not? And it's like, I don't know. And then she told me like, yeah, I give you a couple of weeks time to think about it. And then just let me know if you want to or not. But yeah. Yeah.
Did you think about not doing it or what?
No, she did it before I even know about it.
No, but she said she gave you some time to think about it. Did you want to when she told you that or?
I had no idea or no clue, to be honest. So
You just kind of were going with the flow a little bit.
Yeah, I was kind of going with the flow. And then I was actually actively thinking about it. Like,
What were you doing? Were you going to school or working?
I was doing an internship at the hotel. An internship as a hotel clerk. Yeah.
Okay.
In gastronomy. So.
But you didn't like it or what?
I just did it because I had not that I had no other choice, but that was something that was, I guess, the easiest choice or way for me, for work, because I guess working in the restaurant industry was always easy for me for that kind of reason.
Yeah, I mean, you're just a really good people person, and that's, I knew that even when we first met that you'd be really good at training. Obviously, you liked fitness, but with what we do, right? It's all personal before trainer, right? That's what we always talk about.
Right.
So it's really helpful to be, good with people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You said you worked in the restaurant industry. Did you cook at all, or were you just a clerk?
Mostly clerk, just mostly waiting.
Gotcha. Has cooking ever interested you?
Not really. Not until when I started like cooking for myself at home, healthy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was about to say Kevin cooks it up.
Yeah.
Kevin cooks it up at the house. So
What's your favorite meal to do at home?
Right now it's dark chicken thigh with protein pasta. That's what I like to go.
yeah, he's always whipping up some sauces or something, or he's always got something going on over there.
Oh yeah, just trying to like be creative and trying out new stuff. What's like the healthiest possible way, but to still make it tasty.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you moved from Germany, how old were you again? I don't know if I missed that or.
That's a good question. So it's my 7th year here. I'm turning 29 this year, so 22.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
22 when I moved here.
Okay,
It's crazy.
And you moved in with your cousin, right? Is that right?
No, I moved here by myself.
Oh.
And then my mom. So as of right now, my mom is still like
in between.
in between. She hasn't decided yet where she wants to be.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So she lives in Germany for the most part?
So she just jumps back and forth between United States and Germany, United States and Germany.
Ah.
I guess that's the advantage of having a green card. You can always go back and forth.
Okay.
Wow.
But you have to make sure that you stay a certain time in the United States. Otherwise, the people will take
your green card.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we didn't give you the green card to just go back to Germany again. You want to...
Oh, so you have to... Do you know how much time it is? Like a month every year or something like that?
They want you to be at least half a year here.
Half?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So after a half a year, she comes back here and then she stays half a year here. And then it's like, okay, I'm going back to Germany and so on and so on. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I guess how do they keep up with that? Is there like a database or like a stamp of some kind? Like how do they know?
It's probably something with the passport, I would imagine.
Yeah, you go to the airport security and then they keep up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once they check the passport in, until it gets checked out, that's how much time you spend in the United States, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you said you were 22. So what of all the places in America, what brought you to Texas of
Family.
family? Okay.
Yeah. It's the easiest way.
Yeah, I guess that's why I thought you lived with your cousin.
Yeah, I live with my cousin because he basically helped me out.
But when you came by yourself and you see you had like an apartment by yourself for a while, or
No, for the first year I lived with his parents, which is my uncle and my aunt in Dallas for the first year, just to get all the rest paperwork done and my driver license and everything, show me how to ride car. And then I drove myself from Dallas to Houston to my cousin. Yeah, to start living.
Is Germany and Europe, they're right-hand drive, right? So everything's on the right of the car rather than on the left, how we have it here.
No, it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
Okay. I know some places.
I thought it was.
That's the UK, right? The UK's on the right side.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah,
I learned this week that I'm really bad at geography because we got, we have, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but we have clients from like, they're all over the world. I would say we probably have more, or maybe it's 50-50. What do you think, Kev? Like half and half probably?
I think we have a very good amount of diverse clients, like from different countries.
A good amount of our clients are from around the world.
Gotcha.
Not from here. I don't know if it's half, but if it's not half, like it's knocking on half's door.
Well, see, that's interesting because my mom, her being from the Virgin Islands, it was right-hand drive. So it's like she said when she came over here, it was like a whole different thing because not only is the like all the driving controls on the other side of the car, but they drive on the opposite side like of the road to us. So where we would be driving on the right side of the road, they would be on the left side.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So it's like, and that's weird because it's just right there rather than being across the world type thing. It's like, so it's, that's why I was asking mostly, but so what was the adjustment period? How was it like for you when you came to, Texas and America?
It was really easy for me to adjust it because, I always loved the United States because when I still used to live in Germany, growing up there, every like second year in the summer vacation, I would just visit family here.
Oh, okay.
Would do stuff here, and I know for me everything was always really, really big, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
So So
okay.
Is the lifestyle a lot different though, or it's pretty similar?
I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah, how?
For sure.
In what way?
Like in Germany, everything's smaller in Germany.
Oh,
like,
really?
Convenience store and everything is so small. And here you have freaking Walmart, Target, and everything.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
For sure.
Huge.
I was actually just talking to Rob about that, like not too long ago, because, they just moved, right?
Right.
And he said that even in the Northeast, even here in America, like in the Northeast where they moved to, everything is very centralized in each town. Like each city has everything you need. Where here, where we're from, think about it. We live in League City, but we drive to another city just to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
like that's kind of, you don't, because it's normal, but in other places in the world, that's wild.
Yeah.
To drive to another city just to work out.
Yeah.
Just to go to the grocery store, just to, you change cities.
Exactly. That's crazy. Like for me, from my city where I'm from, everything's so small. Like you just,
everything's so convenient.
That'd be so sick, honestly, because sometimes I hate living in Texas City. That was a big part of it too.
Yeah,
it's like if you ever wanted to go out of, you wanted to go to the mall, and not get shot or something, and you want to go to like a mall that's like half decent, and like buy some Nikes or whatever. It's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to Baybrook, and that's a 20-minute drive.
Yeah,
and
20. With no traffic.
Oh yeah, with no traffic. Yeah. We gotta remember.
No traffic going 100. Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah, definitely. It was a little day trip for sure. It's like, we're gonna go out and we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A possibly. And
do you remember when there was Luby's in Baybrook Mall?
I do.
When we were kids.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid. If my mom or my grandma said we were going to Baybrook, like that's like getting out.
Yeah.
We're like going from Texas City up to like for where we're from.
You're getting your clean shirt, you get your clean pants on.
Yeah,
it's like
and we would go there,
day trip, man.
and we would always eat at Luby's.
wow.
And oh man, it was so good. And I haven't been to Luby's since I was a little kid, but yeah, good stuff. But yeah, Kev, what about where did fitness come in with you? When did you start working out, eating better?
Well, I started working out already in Germany, but I wasn't really serious about it. Not until I actually moved here because I had nothing else to do. I had no friends.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess I just gonna go every day to the gym, and I actually started to physically and mentally feel better even without my friends. It's like, this feels actually really good. Yeah, and then I slowly got more and more into it, and once I start like getting used to the United States here, like, how do I say that? Like just started working here, making friends and everything.
Yeah, getting like a little bit more comfortable.
More comfortable.
Like adjusted.
More adjusted.
Building a life slowly here.
Sure.
I was like, I like it, but I wasn't still really serious until like 3 years after living here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been at it for maybe like 4 years, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. 4 years, 3 years now. Yeah.
You showed me some pictures where he lost quite a bit of weight. When was that? When were you bigger?
I think that was when I actually moved here.
When you first moved
When
here?
I first moved here, like day one here in the United States, that's how big I was. I showed you the picture.
Have you ever seen those pictures, Sean?
He did. He showed me them the other day. He's like, I was chubby. And I was like, looking, I was like, dude, hell no. I was like, nah.
No neck.
I was like,
no
man.
neck at all. Oh, gosh.
I was like, nah, you weren't that chubby, man.
I
But
was.
I could definitely. No, well, like we were talking about the other day on the pod. It's like, man, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. You're like, you're fat boy, you fatty. So it's like, I mean, if that's what it takes, man, it's just like.
We're always our own worst critics,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I wasn't definitely not satisfied with myself. And I just wanted to know, like, how is it to be on the other side, like being on the fit side instead of just being on the unhealthy side,
Yeah.
Because I always looked at healthy people, and most healthy people, they seem more happier and more active and more awake and energized, So that was one motivation. And the other motivation was also like, I want to look good too. And then good looking people too,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you want to be fun. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You just like, I want to be fun, man.
Yeah, but you said it earlier too. When you started feeling better.
Yeah.
Also,
feeling better, more energized. Yeah, it's just.
I think a lot of times especially when we're young, let's just be real about the situation. We want to look better. But then once we start like the journey and we do look a little bit better, we realize that we actually feel better.
Right.
And that's the real fuel to the fire.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then sometimes along the way, when you make friends, you lose sometimes sight of that. And then you start not really caring, or like you're just staying with it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at one point, I guess I just realized for myself, like some people or the people that I was around were not the best for me.
Okay.
So I literally had to like tell myself or force myself, like, yeah, I need to cut them out in my life to like be better.
To be better for yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that when you started taking fitness more serious when you did that?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
They just like weren't healthy or just
It was just too much.
probably it's always more than that, right? It's always more than just a fitness thing, but
Yeah, it's like party and everything, you know, going out to eat, and I could never really stay on track on what I wanted to do, you know.
yeah.
So that's what I had to do in order to cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Cool.
gotcha.
Everything too.
And how quickly did you like lose weight? Like how long? Cause you what, 30 pounds maybe?
That is a good question, actually.
Do you know?
I don't know, man.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
I really can't remember how heavy I was when I moved here first.
Okay.
I would imagine at that point you're kind of avoiding the scale and like knowing what size
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are. It's just
Myself-
like, you know, you're bigger. It's just like, I don't want to know the number.
You don't want to know the number.
Yeah, I don't want to know the number
for
at
sure.
all.
And a lot of people feel that way. You know, we talk to clients every day. They don't want to know. Sometimes we'll make them weigh in. Other times we won't. It just kind of depends. You know, we'll send them to Mike to get a DEXA scan, right? We do that a lot of times. And I've even had clients where I'll make them go get a DEXA scan and they don't want to look at it. And I'll call Mike ahead of time. And I was like, hey, Mike, we have this person. They don't want to see the scan. Just email it straight to me.
Yeah, I remember when I first got like just an idea of something like sort of like a DEXA. I left Crunch, and me and my friend, we were at the gym, and he's a little bit of a bigger guy too. And we had left Crunch, and right next, like in that same building, there was a smoothie place. And I thought it was just a supplement store. I was going to go in there and buy like some protein or something, but we walk in, it's a smoothie place. And I was like, oh man, I don't really want a smoothie. Let's dip. And he's like, no, let's get one real quick. He's like, I haven't eaten yet. And I was like, you know what, me neither. So we went in, and they actually do like a wellness scan. They have like one of those fancy,
An in-body
like,
machine, probably.
not even that. It was like one of the scales you step on,
Yeah.
and it had all those different like sensors on it, and it gives you, I guess they had some printout, and they were able to give us information of like
those are
visceral
usually
fat. And
in
stuff
body
like
is
that.
the biggest thing with that, and that uses a technology called bioimpedance.
Okay.
And DEXA is actually an X-ray. So those machines they're okay, but they're not all that accurate. The DEXA though is much more accurate. It's kind of like the gold standard, and Mike can tell you more.
Yeah,
about
definitely.
it. You can read more about it.
But the good thing about it is it kind of gave me like an idea.
That's right.
And like when I walked in there, I'm thinking, you know, they did what's the one where it talks about like your internal age or whatever. I can't remember what
I've heard of that
that's
stuff, but I don't know a
yeah.
whole lot about it, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean, I guess the long story short, it was able to give me like an idea. And my friend was like, dude, we had to like force him to get on this thing. He was like, dude, I'm not getting on it. I'm not gonna. He's like, I see your numbers. He's like, hell no, I'm definitely not getting on. I'm big. He was bigger than me. And so I'm like, dude, just get on it. You know, we'll figure out and we'll learn. And dude, from there, it's like, after that, I was like, I need to intake more water. I need to be lifting more. I need to be eating better, and just kind of went down a more positive path as far as fitness went. Cause I was kind of la-di-da with it myself. I was just like, oh, well, I'm here and I'll lift this and I'll try that. And I'm not like perfect as far as like tracking macros and just weights and stuff like that. But I do try to get in the gym at least 3 times a week.
Right. And it's kind of like
really,
Kevin was saying, it's hard to, when you know you need to do all these things, but you're surrounded by the wrong people.
Yeah, it's hard to,
it makes it tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, if all your friends are going out and eating all the time, you don't want to, you don't want to be that guy. But it's like, man, I'm really trying to focus on myself, and they'll bust your balls a little bit.
Dude,
like,
hard.
Oh,
So hard.
focus on yourself. I mean, what's that gonna do?
Too good to eat. You too good for us. Like
Yeah, it's
too good
like-
to eat this food that I'm eating.
It gets super personal, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they'll joke, but it's like once you hear the jokes enough, it's like, okay, what are you trying to really
Kinda
say
hurts.
here? Yeah, what are you really trying to say here? Like, what's going on? But it's a plus when you can find people at the gym that like you can like go to the gym with and like work out with often. That is like,
And eat healthy,
Awesome.
with, and them not beat you up about it.
right. Yeah.
what gym did you start going to once you got more comfortable, more acclimated in America?
24-hour fitness, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's a gym that was open around all the times.
Yeah.
Right.
And they had like they have so many multiple locations that makes it easy for me. Like wherever I went, I could look up the nearest location, just go there.
And just go and check it out. Okay.
And did you start like that? So you started working out a lot more and eating better kind of all together around that time. Do you know how long? I know you said you don't remember your weight, but do you remember how long it was from your heaviest until you felt like you were maybe quote unquote fit? Like when did you consider yourself fit? You know, like how long was that journey? Do you know?
Not until like literally, I feel like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, when I started here, that's when I like, okay, I think I'm getting to my like prime. I'm slowly getting to my prime. Yeah. So, yeah. That's when I'm in the fittest.
And how'd you learn to work out? Did you just go in there and just kind of copy other people or what?
The biggest thing is everything was through YouTube.
Okay.
Everything through YouTube. Yeah. And then I tried out different workout programs and exercises. And then through all those years that I've been working, I just find each exercise that works the best for me, you know.
Just kind of take little bits and then
a little bit
add
of
it to
everybody and what works best for my body, you know, like that's the challenge. I think for each individual, you have to like find out what triggers or pushes your hot button and then you just take it with you, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you kind of do that with each client, right? Because every client, you know, is similar as far as like that. Because exercise is real simple, right? You have your core lifts and movements, but you kind of work around that. So with each client, right, you take them in, you do those kind of core things, but then you find the ones that either they like or they don't like or that works for them.
Yeah. Or there's some exercise that usually works for everybody.
That's right.
You know.
Those are kind of those core exercises, right? Everybody's got to squat. Everybody's got to do some type of deadlift. You got to do some type of push. You got to do some type of row.
Yeah, some variation of all.
Yeah, of all of those things for sure. Yeah. And then,
was there any like diets or anything that you ever like did or recommend?
Oh yeah, well, I tried out tons and tons of diets.
Yeah,
and I noticed like at the end, it's really not all those different diets that you need to try. It's just at the end, you just start changing your eating habits in like eating healthier in general.
It's just the lifestyle habits,
it's
right?
just a lifestyle change. Yeah. I don't know. Like diets, they just help you for like for a certain time, but then they don't change your habits really, you know, most of the time. You lose the weight for a certain amount of time, but then you gain it all back because you just did a diet, not a lifestyle change.
Is that what happened to you? Did you like kind of go up and down a little bit through these different diets or what?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And then when I started actually changing it or realizing it, eating healthier and changing it, making it my lifestyle. Yeah. It literally like
everything pretty much gets better, right? You kind of
better.
You automatically just start eating out a little bit less. You start cooking at home a little bit more. You kind of take the grocery store more seriously. You try to make a plan when you go.
Yep.
And the cool thing about it is you usually end up like saving money too, because, you know, people always talk about how expensive it is to eat healthy, and it can be, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I really don't think it's that much more expensive than just eating. You know, if you were to go and just get some BS and eat that, it's like grocery shopping in general is kind of pricey right now.
Right.
It's been a little pricey for a little, but I don't think that it's eating healthy is that bad, because it's like you don't always have to get everything organic.
Yeah,
you don't have to get everything this. It's like a lot of it's portion control. I think.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing that, speaking of organic, I think that people get wrong is, as soon as they want to go healthy, they immediately think, ooh, everything's got to be perfectly grass-fed, grass-finished beef, all organic fruit and vegetables. You know, everything has to be perfect and everything's got to be vegan or, it's got to say paleo on it or something like that.
It has to have the thing stamped on it. Keto, paleo,
that's right. And that's
vegan.
It's just not the case. And that does make it more expensive. But you know, if you just want to make better choices, just by not eating out as much and cooking more at home, that's a huge step, right? And I'm not saying that everybody does that, but that's step one. And that's usually the most expensive part of eating bad, is like eating out all the time, because you can literally, like, if us three right now were to go to a decent restaurant, we're talking $40 a piece, you know.
Oh yeah, like a decent restaurant.
A decent restaurant, you know, 30, $40. You leave a good tip, you know.
What decent restaurant are you talking about?
Sushi.
You thinking Cheddar's or? No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just asking, like, if we're going decent restaurant, where are we going?
Like a sushi restaurant.
Yeah,
Sushi
like a
restaurant,
sushi.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're spending $150.
Oh
Yeah.
for 3 people, no problem. You know, and I can eat for a week on that.
Yeah.
for sure.
And healthy.
And
Yeah.
healthy.
4 meals a day, good quality protein. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, the leanest, most organic, you know, thing in the grocery store, but it's got to be nice whole foods, healthy fruits and vegetables, and it doesn't have to be expensive.
And the thing about fast food too, or faster food, I'm thinking like Chipotle. I like Chipotle.
Okay.
I go there, I get a bowl. It's like $12, and I can eat off that twice.
Sure.
There's not a lot of fast food that you can do that with.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you go to McDonald's and you can eat it after, but it's like, do you want to?
No.
You know, it's like, is it going to be great after?
You don't want to eat it the first time. You know, something that I like to ask people is that do eat out a lot. Sometimes I'll ask them if they're trying to do better and stuff, and they say, "Oh, I eat out." Well, the first question is, when you eat out, do you try to eat healthy? And most people say no.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like just because you eat out doesn't mean you have to, you know, get the worst thing on the menu.
Well, that's the thing. People go in the fat. Oh, I don't even care about calories. I'm at McDonald's anyway. And, you know, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
I'm at whatever anyway.
Just because you're at McDonald's doesn't mean you have to get the double quarter pounder with a large fry and a drink.
Yeah, you don't gotta show your ass just because you're at McDonald's. It's just, you can get something that's a little bit, you know, smaller and kind of control the portions a little bit.
Just the burger is fine, to be honest. I would be happy just with the burger. It's the fries that are the worst, you know, because they're dipped in oil, literally. Like, soaked in oil.
Yeah.
That's the worst part, actually. The burger's not even the worst part.
We make burgers at home all the time. I just use the air fryer for French fries. Yeah, and it's really good. But Kev, I mean, so it's been a couple of years now. Do you feel like you've grown a lot, you know, mentally, spiritually and all that stuff, you know, kind of from the whole fitness thing?
Yeah. Let me think.
Because I mean, you've just I've just talked to you in the past, and you know, we have some pretty good conversations, and I can just tell that, you know, I've seen you kind of be a deep thinker, you know, about different things. So I feel like, you know, usually people that have been through like a weight loss journey and stuff like yourself, you know, there's something about the whole that correlation that kind of made you stronger and a deeper thinker.
Definitely mentally. I've grown mentally. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure that I've grown mentally stronger for sure. But I still have a long way to go.
Oh, we all do.
Long.
Yeah, we all do. I like to use the word resilience because the cool thing about working out is you're not always as strong as you were yesterday.
Yeah.
So you have to become resilient. Running too. Yeah, we should talk about that a little bit. Some running. I didn't even think about that till, you know, just now, but because we're running that, the marathon, but
at the end of the month.
Yeah. Me and Kevin ran the half marathon last in October, and Kevin beat me by 4 minutes.
A little bit more because I took a wrong turn.
Rub it in. Rub it in. Yeah.
So I was actually faster.
Yeah.
Dang. Why do you think you were faster, man? Is it because like you're smaller, more aerodynamic than Phil is?
I'm just better.
Just kidding. So yeah, I mean, for sure, my main goal with this, with the half, well, I have a couple different goals in mind, but yeah, I'm coming for blood. Yeah, I'm looking to beat Kevin for sure. And I'm not like, I'm a competitive person, but I'm not a trash talker. You know what I mean? I hope that Kevin does his best, but at the same time, I want to stomp him. You know?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Like I was telling Denver, it's like, oh man, I'm all cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's like, I'm cool about it. I just want to go. I want everyone to do well. But if I win, I'm probably going to talk some shit. Like if I beat somebody, I'll be like, oh, hell yeah.
You and Denver are doing the 5K.
Yeah. We're going to be doing the 5K. So that's
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I don't know. But
you, man.
yeah, man, I'm just like a real humble guy. I just want everyone to go out and just have fun, man. You know, I just like,
and then when he gets out there, he shows up with war paint on, like
just not talking to
anybody.
anybody.
He doesn't talk to anybody. He's over there. Jess, Daryl's wife, she's like that. She's like get all hardcore with the paint. She got the music going. Sean's over there. Jess is talking to him in his ear, like pumping him up.
Yeah, right. Let's go. Got like a hypnotist that's trying to like get me just ready to just go in. Yeah, man.
Do you have a goal for your time, Kev? for the marathon, for the half marathon?
I didn't think about that, to be honest. I don't know, like, what is a realistic good goal for a half marathon?
I've talked to a couple of people that are like running people. Mm-hmm. Everybody has the same exact answer.
Oh, really?
2 minutes.
To beat last time.
Oh yeah.
To beat what you did last time. That's what everybody says. And I'm like, damn.
Okay.
Legit. That's good. That's really good advice. Everybody just says the goal is just a PR, personal record, like to do better than you did last time.
Yeah.
And I thought that like with the first half marathon, my goal was to under 2 hours, and I did an hour and 59. Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah. It was like an hour, 59 and 40 seconds.
Dang.
So that was my goal with the first one. So this one, I was thinking about it and I was like trying to come up with the number. And so I've asked a few people that I know that like run, right, that do races, and everybody always just says the same answer. And they said to PR.
Just beat yourself.
Yeah. So I think Kevin's time last time was like 154 or 155.
154.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I guess what techniques do you guys use with running? Like, is there a certain like pumping the arms or like a certain, because I've heard of like heel striking and like certain strikes in the feet. Which one is better to do? Like, do you want to be running like more on your toes, or do you want to be like striking the heels if you're doing like a more long distance run?
I don't think you don't want to.
Yeah. So it's really more of a flat foot. Okay. Actually is how you're supposed to land. So, we're going to have Sean. Sean is also the running coach that I use. His name is Sean as well. Mm-hmm. So we'll have him on soon.
Okay.
And we can maybe go
really
in depth. Yeah. He helped me out a lot. We took like videos.
Running mechanics.
Yeah. The mechanics of running. Yeah. We took videos like from the front, from the side. We talked about cadence, like how many steps per minute, and like the strike with the foot and the shoes and everything. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But yeah, from my understanding, it's actually more of a flat foot, almost like you're sliding.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of hard, but if you get out there and practice it gets easier, you know. And I remember Rob helped us out with that too when we first started running more.
Yeah. When Rob gave me advice and like keeping your chest more up and trying to really not strike with your heel at all. It's more like
because that heel strike it can get bad for your knees.
Yeah.
And I think that I was doing that a lot because I don't know if you guys remember, but during the last half marathon, for sure, my knee, I thought it was going to explode.
Yeah.
It was hurting bad, but I haven't had any knee issues in my training so far. And we're right at a month out from this one. So
dude, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Do you have a goal, Sean, for your 5K?
Man, I mean, not really, just because once again, I don't know a good time. I think I do want to just go and just kind of set a pace for myself because I would like to run another one. Mm-hmm. But I really just want to go out there and do it and run a lot more than I'm going to walk. I don't know if I'll be able to completely run the whole 3 miles. But I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense.
Have you tried?
Have I tried? No, I haven't.
I think you should go out and just try to do just 1 mile. Just go to the track.
Yeah.
4 laps, obviously, I wanted
to go yesterday, but it was just like cold, rainy, kind of ugly.
Yeah, this weather is not good.
Yeah, I would see you put up times and it's like, I'm like, hell no. I'm like, hell no. It's 44 degrees.
Yeah, well, actually the cold
fast
is better.
night. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
man.
the cold is better. Yeah. When me and Daryl first started running.
That's when track season is. It's during the cold.
In the winter? Oh, I didn't know that.
That and soccer are both in like the winter.
For sure. When me and Daryl first started running, it was hot outside. And dude, it is way different. Do you ever run? Kevin likes to run in the middle of the day, always.
I run in the middle of the day, like during summertime, after like working the morning shifts and then going on the break, working out for myself, and then go running. Ugh. It was horrible. Yeah, it was definitely horrible.
And it's hot.
I actually like also...
how bad do you hallucinate during that time? Because I feel like I would be like going through it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I did got what do you call it? Overheated or one day, and I didn't notice that. But it happened so that I realized like after I came home, like usually I eat always my post-workout meal, but that day, I wasn't hungry at all. Like I was like looking at my meal and I was like, why am I not hungry? What's happening? Yeah, and I went to the restroom and then my pee started looking kind of like reddish.
Oh, like blood. Sweet.
I was like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
So I called up my friends and asked around like, hey, do you guys know what happened to me like after my run. So, and most of them told me, yeah, Kevin, you just overheated.
Like heat exhaustion kind of thing.
Heat exhaustion kind of thing.
Yeah. Sure. Did you just like chug a bunch of water and pass out like take a nap or what?
No, I just drink electrolytes. That's what they told me. And then the next day I was fine again.
Yeah.
But that's crazy that I didn't realize that I was overexhausted or I had heat exhaustion. Yeah, because I felt normal.
Until that moment.
Until that moment, like I realized like I wasn't hungry, and then my pee was kind of like
the worst that ever happened. That didn't happen to me, but one time I went for a long run when it was hot, and it was hard. I'm talking like real hard. I'm looking back now, and this might have been one of the hardest things I've ever done, and it was just hot. I think it was my first time to do more than 10 miles. And I think I started at like 10 o'clock a.m., you know? And so I finished, it was like a couple hours. And by the end, I was going real slow too. I think I finished around noon. And
at this point, you're just kind of trotting
barely
along.
moving. Yeah. And I remember my socks were soaking wet. I was just drenched. And what happened was I finally made it home, and I like leaned over on my truck, like leaning on the side kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I hallucinated because I swear that I saw Denver walking up to me. And you know how when you're half asleep, like, and you wake up and you're having a dream and the dream feels real, but at the same time you're there and so it was a dream. Yeah. Like that's how it felt. Oh. But it was like right after a run.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I kind of started freaking out a little bit.
And this was like before you even met Denver or anything, right?
I was like tripped out.
But yeah, this actually happened like 4 years ago. It's like, oh my God.
Nah, it was wild, dude. I was kind of freaking out.
Oh man, I bet.
And I went up and I came inside and I weighed myself and I had lost like 7 pounds from the morning. Like I weigh myself in the morning. I wake up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I had lost 7 pounds in like a couple hours of, I guess, water, right? From the sweat. Yes. And I mean, my socks were drenched. My shorts and shirt were just drenched in sweat. And I already knew, because I think Daryl actually did some research, and like the ideal running temperature is somewhere in like the upper 50s, I think, or maybe even like around 60 or something like that. And I think there's some research that shows for every 1 degree above that, like how much harder it becomes. Okay. Like on your heart and like your heart rate and heat exhaustion and sweat rate and stuff like that.
And yeah, it seems like that makes a lot of sense because in high school I ran track for just like a little bit of time, and and we would do I think it was the 40s, the half like thing or whatever. It's like a sprinting exercise, and I was like, we'd get out there and I'm freezing. I'm like, dude, this sucks. Why are we out here? And we stretch, we're doing all that, but then once you start running and actually getting up to speed, you got the parachute thing, you're doing all those drills, you feel great. It's like, oh man, this isn't that bad. But then it's like if it was 90, this would be like undoable actually. Right. Like it would be terrible. So yeah, I can definitely
and it gets real hot around here, with the heat. It's bad. But anyways, well, changing gears a little bit, what do you think about like in the next few years, Kev? Do you have like goals for maybe 5 years from now? Like Just that's a very broad question.
It's a very broad question, yeah. To be honest,
like it could be fitness, your life, fitness, like anything,
anything.
What do you think?
That's a good question. 5 years from now, I mean, I definitely want to have like some type of business for myself build up in those 5 years, and also. Within the 5 years, I set my goal to definitely retire my mom by myself.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does your mom work now, or like is with this going back and forth thing?
Every now and then, I think she every now and then picks up work there.
Like as needed kind of thing?
Just as needed, whatever, whenever she feels like it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she has a place here and a place in Germany?
Yeah, she has places everywhere. Everywhere she goes, she always has a place to stay. I don't know how she does it, but she always has some type of friend somewhere where she can't stay. She's like, oh, okay.
She
cool,
just figures it out.
Yeah. She just figures it out. She's like, mom knows how to take care of herself, but I kind of want to like start like, okay.
That's just what moms do, I guess.
Yeah, moms just kind of knock it out, man.
Yeah, they always find a way.
They always
But yeah, that's a cool goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What made you come up with that? You just want to see her like chill out or what? Not have to work or?
Yeah. Kind of like, I just want to take care of her since.
Wow. Just because she took care of you growing up, I'm sure, you know, so yeah, no, I think that's a cool goal. Anything, what about fitness wise? Like, do you have goals for yourself? Maybe with running or with fitness?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think I want to do, cause for me, like I want to do the marathon, you know? Yeah. I want to do
The full marathon.
a full marathon.
Oh yeah.
26 miles?
Yeah. 26.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Shit, man. That's a lot. A lot of miles.
Nah, it's okay.
Bro. No, you're good.
It's okay.
Man.
Yeah. We're going to take care of mom, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be done too. And just like, I think that it's important to, you know, have goals that you care enough about, you know, to make you do whatever it takes. And if that's the thing, then, you know, we should work together and make that happen, you know? So.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Hey, man, you're good.
Now everyone go see me cry.
Nah, man, you're good.
No,
Man.
it's okay.
No, I get emotional when I talk about moms too, man. It's they do a lot. They do a lot, and they definitely put it all out just so we can grow and be better.
That's right.
So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, my mom, she did a lot for me. It's just like, I feel like it's my turn to take take care of her. You know?
Yeah.
So.
No, I love that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Do you want to see her here maybe full time? Is that, or does that matter?
No, I just want to be able to take care of her, like whenever she needs.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, can you do this or that? It's like, okay, mom, just take this or here, there you go, whatever you want.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Just to be able to provide for her whatever she needs or wants.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
gonna take care of mom. That's for sure. So, cool. I think that's really good stuff. So, yeah, you know, Kevin's been with us for going on 2 years. So hopefully we can just continue to grow together. Do more fun challenges. I think I was talking to Denver and one of our clients this morning about maybe doing like a mud run soon too. So maybe we can do that together.
Okay.
You know, and if there is anybody listening that wants to join us, whether they want to join Sean on the 5K, they want to join me and Kevin on the half marathon.
Team humble.
I guess.
Team humble until we win.
Yeah. Or even if you think about doing the full marathon, you know, the Galveston is 5K, half marathon, full marathon. So for sure, we're going to knock out this half and then hopefully a full marathon.
Going for the full, yes.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
for sure. So I want to do it sometime later this year. That's kind of my goal. Sean said that, I think he said like at least 3 or 4 months of
training.
Yeah.
To get to a
for
full.
sure. Yeah. Well, post the half.
Okay.
So if the half marathon's in February, you want to wait at least till February, March, April, May, June, like June, July time. But that's middle of summer, man. That's when it's hot.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. Like maybe we could travel for it. I don't know. But you know, we'll attack that. We'll attack that when it comes. You know what I mean? But yeah, we just want to grow together, take care of Kevin's mom.
Yes.
You know, that's our big thing here. So
I did have one more question though. I don't know a lot about Germany, obviously. But I see a lot of outdoorsy guys in Germany. And I wanted to ask if you were very outdoorsy when you were in Germany. And then also, did you ever wrestle a bear in Germany?
Okay, to answer your first question, yes, in Germany in general is very outdoorsy.
Really?
Like everything that people do is mostly
wow.
very active, always outside, hanging out outside, because everything, Germany is very small, so everything is literally public transportation. We all use mostly public transportation, or just walk everywhere, or take the bicycles everywhere.
Oh,
I wish we had more public
Bicycle
transportation
everywhere.
here.
Yeah. So that's why Germany is just in general more bodily active.
Yeah, you're getting out more. You're getting
Out more because we need just need the sun. Playing a lot of soccer because Germany is very proud of the soccer team.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't wrestle a
Definitely
bear.
a big difference than here in the United States with the people where you really have to drive every day. With the car.
There's very little public transportation in Houston.
It sucks here too,
It's what?
It sucks. It's not the best here either.
Yeah, it's like public transportation is seen as like so like negative in a way, it seems like, or for us.
It is here for some reason.
Like
if you take the bus somewhere, like you're kind of like, why?
Yeah.
Or worried about the person. You know what I mean? It's like a stigma.
And it's like, ooh,
when it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
it just
man,
is.
I would love, like, in times that like my car was down or something like that, I would have loved to been able to just hop on a bus and be like, all right, I can get around this way, and it's like, a couple of dollars or however transportation, like public transportation works. That'd be really cool.
No, it's just I feel like it's just very inconvenient to take public transportation here. It takes a long time to get to places with public transportation here in the United States.
Yeah. Texas is just so spread out too. So it's like,
it's kind of like we were talking about earlier. We go to different cities just to go to the grocery store or go to the gym.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? We go to, people say Houston, but Houston's huge, right? So even though we live in League City, it's like people still say Houston, right? And Houston can be anywhere.
Justin used to bust my balls so bad for the Houston thing because I was I didn't realize how little I knew about Houston until you start going more, and it's like there's a lot that I didn't know. So I would go to work and I'd be like, oh yeah, we went and took pictures in here and da da da. He's like, oh, where? I'm like, oh, it's in Houston, and he's like, well, where? And I'm like,
that doesn't help.
So like now, like after a while, it's like I would make sure that I have it all laid out before I
give them like the coordinates, like latitude and longitude.
For real, dude. I'm like, but it does help you be more aware of like what's around you and how large it really is. It's like, man, it's a big city, man. It spreads so far, but so yeah, I guess you didn't wrestle a bear or nothing.
To answer your second question, no, I didn't.
Are there bears in Germany? I didn't even know that. Where did that question come from?
I seen a video. I seen a video of a dude wrestling a bear, and I was like, dude, no way.
It was in Germany?
I'd assume so, man.
Why? Why do you assume that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he talk German or anything?
I don't even think I watched it with sound. Kevin, that's the problem. Kevin, I don't know things, man. Like there's things that I just don't know. And I just figured that since it was outdoors and it was snowy, I just figured that it was possible.
Does it snow there? It snows there a lot?
Oh yeah, we have all 4 regular seasons in Germany. Yeah, you get spring, winter, spring, summer, fall, and then winter.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. All weather seasons.
Yeah, I never related bears in Germany. I think of beer for some reason.
It's probably Russia. It could have been Russia.
Yeah, that's more like
it could have been Russia. It was some wrestler. It was a UFC guy, and he was just like wrestling this bear, and I was like, dude, if that bear wanted to like go 100%, bro, this would be a whole different video, man. I'm telling you,
it's so funny. Oh, hilarious.
But
all right, well, Sean, do you have anything? Any final words?
Man, not really. I mean, I'm just happy to have you on the show, man.
Thanks again for having me, guys.
Yeah, your journey is super, super interesting. I love hearing about Germany, and we'll talk about different things here and there. Me and Kevin have had some pretty cool talks recently, and I was like, man, this is good. Like you said, very deep thinker. So it's like, yeah, man. But thank you for being on the podcast.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You got anything else, Kev? Anything you want to leave?
No, not really for right now. Maybe next time.
Cool. Well, that means we got to have it next time.
All right. Well, Phil, what about you?
Nah, man, I think that's it. I'm glad that we had Mondo on last week and now Kevin. So everybody can kind of get to know them and get to know all of us. We're all here just to help more people. Obviously through, health and fitness is kind of like our wheelhouse, right? But just like Kevin was saying earlier, if you focus on your fitness and your health, then your mentality gets better, kind of everything gets better. You're more likely, and nothing against anyone that's doesn't work out or doesn't eat healthy. Like there's nothing wrong with that if that's not what you want to do. But usually once you do, you'll kind of surround yourself with the types of people that are also, making really good decisions in their life and trying to do the best that they can, not only for themselves, but all the people around them.
Right.
So that's all I got.
Well said.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys.
Awesome.
All right, Sean, close us out.
Yes, sir. We're going to bring it on up to half and we're just going to.
And I don't think the camera stopped this time.
Yeah. I think we figured it out, man.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think it must have been the temperature thing.
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, when we were looking at it last time, I couldn't see it, but there's a little icon that comes up when it gets too hot, but it was just, I was too far. I couldn't see
the
it,
other
but
ones
yeah.
I set up the temperature thing, so it's got to be it.
Yeah.
Sweet, I think
Awesome.
we're good.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Awesome.
sweet.
Yeah.